how to connect with your dragon. So by the end of this video, you will be familiar with 9 different ways to connect with your dragon. Something important to know before we dive into the 9 ways to connect with your dragon is that there are different dragons that come from different places, different universes, different dimensions. And I know a lot of you are going to say, no, dragons all come from the 12th dimension. I thought, no, there are dragons from different dimensions. And when I say different universes, there can literally be dragons that come from a different source. And I know that might be mind-blowing for some of you. You never thought there's multiple sources. But don't get hung up on that. Just know that there are dragons from all over, different places. So you are going to resonate with a very specific dragon that resonates with who you are, not only who you are now, but your journey up until now. Because many times when we connect with our dragon, we realize that we've known this dragon in many lifetimes. Maybe we've even been this dragon. Maybe we've ridden this dragon. Maybe at some point this dragon was our rider and we were a dragon. There are so many potential storylines that could be your truth. Okay, so let's dive into it. The 9 ways to connect with your dragon. So the first one that came to my mind, which is pretty basic, so if you're new with spiritual practices or you're new with like a spiritual awakening, this is something you should be doing anyway, is looking at and studying sacred geometry. So simply allowing those shapes. So our eyes are portals. They are receiving portals. So everything we look at goes into our psyche. Everything we look at reshapes our subconscious programming, especially if we keep looking at it and focusing on it. So to get in touch with the core basic building blocks, fundamental building blocks of this universe, dragons that come from here, you could look at sacred geometry. The Fibonacci sequence, all of that is connected to sacred geometry. You don't need to memorize the shapes of sacred geometry. You don't need to memorize the names of the shapes. You simply need to allow your eyes to observe the shapes, to observe the ratios of how things are situated in contrast to one another, angles, etc. Number 2, you can meditate on a color you really, really, really love, or a color that you really, really, really don't like. Meditate on either one of those, and you may be surprised what comes to you, what you see. But because colors are very powerful. Colors contain codes, they contain memories. If you are not great at meditation, there are other ways, but if you enjoy meditation, that can be a really simple way to connect with your dragon. Number 3, verbally give your consent. There is free will in the universe. There is free will, there is sovereignty. So sometimes the reason you haven't connected with your dragon yet is because you haven't verbally said, hey, dragon, hey, I'd love to connect with you. I allow you into my consciousness. I allow you into my space. I allow you into my bubble. And you can clarify, you allow only a benevolent dragon with a pure heart for the best and highest good of all. Of yourself, of themselves, and of all. So you can find your own way of phrasing that, but you only want to connect with a dragon that is there for the purpose of the good of yourself, themselves, and all. We have to remember that words are spells. We have to remember that resonance, vocal resonance, actually creates physicality. So you can even say something like, my dragon is coming to me now. My dragon is coming into physicality now. Affirm the future that you want. Affirm the experience that you want to have. I love having a close relationship with my dragon where I can actually see them. I love that my dragon comes to me in my dreams. So cool. How did we get this close? How did we get such a great relationship? Okay. Number 4 is meditate in the water. Literally in the water. So you can charge your water, like in your glass, with your hands, with your intention. I want to connect with my dragon, and then drink the water. You can do that, but you can also meditate while you're taking a bath, while you're taking a shower. Water even if it's not restructured water, because restructured water is the best. It's what's in divine with our, it's what's in harmony with our divine cellular matrix. Water connects universes. Water connects all of life. Water carries memories and ancient codes. Water is much more powerful than we give it credit for. Number 5, crystals. Crystals are a very powerful way to connect with your dragon. There are many different crystals that will connect you with many different kinds of dragons. So if you don't know where to start, just pick a crystal that you're drawn to. You can be drawn to it because you like it, because you hate it, because it feels weird, because the color really stands out to you, because it feels really ordinary, whichever one you feel drawn to. So one of my favorites for connecting with dragons is ammonite. It's one of the oldest crystals here on this planet. It is a fossilized mollusk. And look at all the beautiful colors in there. Clear quartz is going to be great for opening the third eye, having clarity so that you can connect. One theory out there that I'll say is for entertainment purposes only is that crystals actually come from the dead fossilized carcasses of giants and dragons. Citrine is great for the solar plexus. It's going to be great for feeling confident, like you deserve to connect with your dragon. Like, why not you? Tiger's eye is probably the most important one right now with where we're at in society, the things that we're experiencing. It has wood and metal elements. So tiger's eye, check that out for yourself. I love this one's a heart, so cute. Obsidian is great. Obsidian works with the root chakra. Obsidian is volcanic glass. See, look, it's like kind of clear, but then it's black if there's no light going through it. Oh, I keep dropping them, but I keep catching them. Rose quartz is going to be great because the heart chakra, rose quartz loves the heart chakra. So green, any crystals that are pink or green could potentially help you connect with your dragon. I love malachite. Malachite is gorgeous. This one would be great for heart chakra activation. And then fluorite. Fluorite is one of my very favorites because it has amethyst, and it also has this, I believe it's green calcite, that are working together to connect the heart with the upper chakras. So it just gives you it's really great for developing with your dragon part 2. I cannot believe that first video was 10 minutes long. Okay. This is the 6th way to connect with your dragon is frequencies. So you can use tuning forks, weighted tuning forks, put them directly on your body to activate certain chakras. So certain frequencies stimulate certain chakras. The 285 frequency is for the root. The 128 is the heart, as well as 639. Those are both heart, 128, 639. And as I mentioned in the other video, the dragons are really connecting with us right now through water, through the heart chakra, through the sacral chakra, and through the earth. So there are many dragons that come from places other than this earth, but there are also going to be many dragons that do come from this earth, containing the crystalline structure for the new earth. Beautiful. The other frequencies would be 417 for the sacral, 852 for the third eye, and 963 for the crown and also the third eye. Frequencies, you don't have to understand them logically. You just have to either listen to them. Headphones is great. If you can get the frequency to reverberate. So if you are basically, like, let's say you have a car and you can turn on the frequency super loud and then it's literally just vibrating in the whole car, that's going to be really powerful. Because basically if you can get the frequency to penetrate into your bones, into your physical structure, that's when you will see rapid results from the frequencies opening the chakras. Number 7, you can read a book about dragons. I know that sounds so simple, maybe even silly, but if you want to connect with dragons, with your dragon, with a dragon, with dragons in general, read a book about dragons. And I don't think there are any movies out there right now that do justice for dragons. So find a good book. There are plenty of books out there that really honor the dragon, the nature of dragons, and the true nature of dragons. So go find a good book, and doesn't have to be a historical or a serious book. It can literally be like a young adult, excuse me, burp for confirmation. It could literally be like young adult fiction, adventure novel to connect with your dragon, something that excites you. Number 8, dance, tai chi, and somatic movement. So your body already wants to connect to what you want to connect to. There are things blocking it. There are things in your body, in your belief system, stuck energy that's blocking this connection. So the connection is natural. You don't even have to necessarily say, I need to be connected. You are connected. What you need to do is remove the blockages. So movement of any kind is going to break up density, break up patterns. So you can do a vibration plate, you can dance, somatic movement, you could just like shake out your arms, shake out your legs, shimmy your shoulders. All those types of movement will break things up and give you new perspective. So it could be a powerful way to connect, especially if you are not very psychic yet. Like if you're not actively using your psychic abilities on a regular basis and having a spiritual practice, doesn't have to be a consistent practice, just having a spiritual practice, then this might be the very place for you to start. Number 9, the final way to connect with your dragon is to face your fears. Dragons are one of the oldest, most ancient primordial beings of this universe and of other universes. So it makes sense that our deepest rooted fears would be connected to dragons. So sometimes if focusing on love and joy and excitement and laughter doesn't connect you with your dragon, you've got to go deep. You've got to go, you can't get to them this way. You've got to get to them this way through the root. So the root is sense of belonging, stability, fear. All fears live down there. So really, even if you're like, I don't think I'm afraid of anything, meditate on it. Take some time to focus on it and really open yourself up and say, okay, I allow it myself to see and observe any fears I might be in denial of. I love you. I would love to hear your experience connecting with your dragon. I would love to hear how that works for you. If you have visions, dreams, if you see one in real life, please share them with me. I'm always curious to know more about what the dragons are doing here. I love you so much. I believe in you. You can do this. We're all in this together.